What's up guys, Lemon here.
And Mushroom with our new parkour map breakdown for the map Fracture. This is a new series, kind of like our old series on Call of Duty Ghosts, but this one is where we do parkour.
So we're going to kick it off with our parkour routes, and we're going to start off on the IMC once you spawn on this side of Fracture. Once you've done that, you want to push through these buildings here and use all of the walls and the roofs to your advantage. So there's these little things on the wall here that you can actually speed up the time that you take to get your destination. So use them to jump over this gap here, push through this little room here, and also wall run to then jump up onto the roof. Head over to your right and get over onto this sort of broken mountain part, and once you've done that, you can also do a nice big double jump there with the delayed hang time and get around the corner here to push up onto this part, which is the destination for where you can sort of spawn snipe or snipe across the map.
That's right, this one's pretty concealed. You don't want to go up on that main ledge there because you will get spotted. Similar to the IMC route, we're going to do the militia spawn route. For this one, you're going to utilize some of the lessons that we did in our tutorial yesterday. It's a 101 on using walls to gain speed, as well as some other tips in there. But that's the main one for this part here, because you use the wall there and a delayed double jump to run up to here, run onto this cracked bit here, and you're going to jump up to this little broken part here and use this little corner, this crevice in the wall, to jump up on top of this little islandish kind of spot up here. And it's a very nice sniper spot that you can use. It's actually very similar to some of our parkour routes in this episode that you can use to gain that advantage on your enemy team.
So while you're up on this spot, we can also explore some other spots that are here, and just behind it there's a little broken part on this cliff that you can sit on next to this tree, and there's some really cool lines of sight that you can also pick off some people. It's a nice sort of sniping area, and also once you push forward, there's also another sort of hidden spot that is probably one of the highest points in the map that you can go to. You need to delay your jump and also use the corner sort of pushing up to just lock yourself up into the top of that cliff. You actually can't get on top of the cliff, but you can just sort of sit there, and it's a really open spot there.
Now moving up to my favorite parkour spot of this actual episode is this one that's just shrouded by shrubbery in these trees up here. So you want to jump up here. This is just down from where we were a second ago, and you just sit right here in the midst of the tree, and you can actually just pick off anyone through here. Like, I don't think that it's bad for you to shoot through the tree. I think you can shoot through the tree. So it's just a really good spot.
Following up from this, just onto the pillars next to it, this is actually the highest point you can go, and if you go a little bit higher than this, it will actually tell you to get off, and I don't know why, but it says return to the battle. But that is the highest point in the map. It's a very nice spot. You're very hidden. If you want to put your invisibility on, it's just impossible to see you.
Now this one's an epic line of sight play. So this is down the back of the other spawn that we were just looking at, and you can creep out of this window here and just look down the line of sight there, and it's just a perfect shot into that doorway there. You can also look up higher into the windows. That grunt lined up perfectly for me to demonstrate what it actually does. If you do get stuck, you can just jump a little bit and shimmy your way through the window a bit more, and you can get more of an edge on the enemy players that don't know where you are.
That's right, this next spot's a really cool little hidden cliff there. Just double tap the jump there and you can just sit on this little perch. It's a nice little spot. It's probably not too great of a spawn sniping spot or across the map line of sight, but it's a nice little position there.
Maybe on domination that might be handy when the B flag's shrouded by Titans even. This one here, moving on from where we were just then, you can sit behind this hill here, and this might be a similar spot. You can look across the map with it, and your head only sticks out of the top, so it's really nice for cover. And again, the grunts just lined up perfectly for me to demonstrate how well this works. But while you're here as well, it is a good spot to cover the B flag on domination and take out those Titans that are roaming around the map. If you actually move further from this one, just across to the right, there's a power pole you can actually climb up if you jump up it right, and it's actually in a cool spot where you can sort of have a better view of the map from where you were a second ago, but it's a bit more exposed.
The next one is going to be using this house here that's sort of upside down and turned around, and you want to use the corners here. So use that corner jump that we talked about in the 101. If you haven't seen that, link in the description, go check out what we did. But it's just a perfect spot here where you're hidden in the corner and no one can see you.
Similarly, right above it, there's another one. You just climb up on top of the building in front to see this one, and this one's a bit shrouded as well by shrubbery, which is really good to cover you. You can see pretty much the whole way across the map from here. If you're not happy with the cover that the tree is giving you, you can jump across to your left, and we'll do that in a second on the screen so that you can see it. What it actually does is cover your left side a little bit more, and you can see further to the right. So you do have to jump around a bit until you get a nice sort of lined up spot. But once you do it, you cover your left side a bit and you can see a bit more to the right and might open up a few lines of sight.
This next one is, you just want to break through this window here, and there's another sort of perch spot where you can see straight through the little gap there and across the map. These are just really handy tips if you want to like sit back and snipe across the map. And this one here is also really cool, pushing up just onto the top of this tree. You can also get onto the building just to your left, like the perch there. It's very similar to those other ones.
The final one is it's a bit difficult to get up this one because you sort of have to work with the collider box on the actual game asset there, so it's harder to get up, but once you do, you can see pretty much the entire map. From across the map over there, over where the other buildings are, to over where we were after Lemon's spawn route. So if you like these spawn routes, we're going to be doing from every map. We're hopefully going to be doing them in order, and we have a tutorial series to go with it as well.
Make sure you guys check out that 101 that we did yesterday. It'll be in the description down below, and it'll help you out with these as well.
We'll see you later.
See you on the flip side.
Downside.
Flip.
Flip down.